Welcome to the Customer Survey Training DVD. It's important that you read your briefing notes carefully in addition to watching this DVD to ensure you can undertake your assignment correctly. There are three key types of survey covered on this DVD: the main exit survey, the targeted store survey and the town centre survey. It's important to know which types you've been assigned and watch the appropriate parts of this DVD. Before you go to undertake your assignment, it's important that you take note of the following. You must dress smartly and professionally. You may be outside when undertaking your surveys, and so you may wish to wear appropriate clothing. Be aware that in some cases you may be asked to wear a branded top or jacket. If this is required, it will be provided to you when you arrive. You will have been sent a lanyard of ID, a clipboard and your surveys by Retail Maxim. You must not take anyone with you when you're undertaking your assignment. You should arrive on site at least 15 minutes before your assigned time. At the end of each survey type, there's a common question which asks for a rating out of 10. Whatever the customer says in terms of the number should be written in the box on the right hand side of the page. That will then prompt you to ask another question. For any scores of 9 and 10, you should ask, "You gave us a great score, what did we do?" For any scores of 7s and 8, you would say, "What else could we do for you to give us a 9 or a 10?" For any scores of 1 to 6, you would say, "What is the specific reason for your score?" Whatever the customer says should then be written in the box below. For example, had the customer given a score of 7, they may have said you need a better range of stores. You would write range of stores in the box below. You will then need to make a judgment to categorise the reason into one of the categories in the boxes below in the grey area of the survey. So for example, range of stores would come under the category of mix of stores. You'd put a tick in the box. You'll also then need to make a judgment as to the customer's age and gender. The targeted store survey is a customer survey that will also take place at the outlet centre you have been assigned. The main objective is to speak to customers as they come out of specific stores within the outlet centre. You must refer to your assignment form about which stores you are targeting. Upon arrival, you must report to the centre management office and ask for the centre manager or duty manager. You'll have been given their names on your assignment form. You'll be asked to sign in, and also at this stage you might be provided with a branded top or a jacket to wear. You might also be provided with some incentives for the customers that answer the surveys, such as chocolates. You should then get yourself into position to start your surveys. You'll need to position yourself very, very carefully so you can see the exits of all the stores that you've been assigned, so that you can approach the appropriate customers. Okay, the survey itself is simple and it won't take you long to complete with the customers. It's important that you read the survey very carefully before you undertake your assignment to familiarise yourself with the questions and the go-tos. If you're not familiar with the term go-to, essentially what we're saying is that the survey splits in different directions depending on the responses that the customer gives. So, for example, when asked the question, "Have you made a purchase today in this store?" some customers will say yes and some customers will say no. And the survey will branch in different directions depending on that response. It's also imperative that you state the name of the store at the top of each survey so that the response can be allocated to the appropriate retailer. You should start each survey with, "Hello, I wonder if you have a couple of minutes to answer a few questions about," and then state the name of the retailer that you're targeting. It really won't take long, or say something very similar. You must always be polite and thank the customer, even if they don't want to take part in the survey, and not all customers will. But we should be aiming for around 10 to 15 responses per hour. We'll now undertake a survey to show you how it might work in practice. But please be aware, the survey we're going to go through may not be identical to the one that you receive. However, the methods and the techniques will be. As we said, we're now going to run through one of the surveys for the targeted stores to show you how it might look in practice. It's very important that you write the name of the store that you're targeting. So had I seen Zoe coming out of Next, for example, I would have written Next, the time and the date at the top of the report. Okay, we'll start with the first question. Have you made a purchase in this outlet today?
No.
Okay. So we need to look at the go-tos here. So had Zoe said yes, we would have gone to question 2. But as she said no, we're going to go straight to question 4. Okay, question 4. Why have you not made a purchase from this outlet today? Is it because they didn't have what you wanted? It was too expensive? You were just browsing? The service was poor? Or other?
Just browsing.
Okay. Again, we need to take note, because had Zoe said it was because they didn't have what she wanted, we would have gone to question 5. But in this instance, she said she was just browsing, so we go straight to question 6. Okay, based on your experience today in this outlet, please rate the following elements. Friendliness of staff. Was it very good, good, okay, poor, or very poor?
Okay.
Okay, we tick okay. The efficiency of the staff. Again, very good, good, okay, poor, or very poor?
It was okay.
The speed of service, again on the same options.
Okay.
The store appearance and cleanliness.
It was poor.
Okay. Now it's important to note, for any responses that are poor or very poor, you need to ask for an explanation as to why. Okay, can you explain why you think it was a poor store appearance and cleanliness?
It was just messy.
So that would be written in the box. So value for money, very good, good, okay, poor, or very poor?
Good.
Okay. Range of products.
Okay.
And the quality, the overall product quality.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we now go to the next question. And we're coming back to the question that we mentioned earlier on this DVD. How likely is it that you would recommend this outlet to a friend or a colleague on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is definitely not and 10 is definitely would?
An 8.
Okay, so we'd write 8 in the box here. And as Zoe's given an 8, we then ask, what else could the outlet do for you to give them a 9 or a 10?
Be tidier.
So we write the response in the box. Briefly, is there anything else that you believe could be improved at this outlet or this store in the future?
No.
Okay. Now, as we said earlier, once the customer's left you, they can then categorise the response for the 1 to 10 question in the grey box below. So in this case, Zoe had said that the store could be tidier. So we look down here and we might put that it's something to do with the store cleanliness. So we tick store cleanliness. We also make a judgment on Zoe's age, so 20s, and she was a female. And that would be the survey complete. So we thank Zoe for her time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And then we move on to survey the next customer. When you've completed your assignment, you'll need to follow the instructions on your assignment form. In most cases, you'll need to post the completed surveys back to Retail Maxim by special delivery. Hopefully this video has been useful and interesting. It's important that you read all the paperwork you've been sent, in addition to watching this DVD. If you experience any problems whatsoever while undertaking your assignment, then you must contact Retail Maxim directly. Good luck and enjoy your assignment.